A large reason why people don't like salespeople is because salespeople don't follow through on what they said that they were going to do. And it's not that salespeople mean wrong. They don't mean wrong, but they did wrong because they implied that they were going to let me check on this for you. And they never got around to doing it. It also jeopardizes your future business because if the customer happens to come back to your business, they work with someone else. And when you see them, they say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to ask for you." They didn't forget to ask for you. They remember that you did not follow through on the commitment last time, and they don't want to do business with you because they cannot trust you. You have to learn to sell the no. It's better that you say no and it end up being a yes than to say maybe and it ends up being a no. World-class entrepreneurs and athletes have in common their ability to sell. In spite of the adversity and the setbacks and the unyielding rejection, they never settled. They kept selling. Selling requires 10 core skills: communication, connection, curiosity, consistency, creativity, continuous learning, being coachable, being courageous, handling the criticism, and also confrontation, but productively. Now I'm going to teach you what they know. And let me give you a secret. You already have access to it. If you're tired of settling, we better get to selling. Welcome to the Sales Life with Marsh, Buice. What if I told you that saying no to your customers would add trust, reduce your stress, increase your confidence, and help solidify future business? Just by saying no. Well, that sounds crazy, doesn't it? See, a large reason why people don't like salespeople is because salespeople don't follow through on what they said that they were going to do. And it's not that salespeople, in a large part, mean wrong. They don't mean wrong, but they did wrong because they implied that they were going to let me check on this for you. And they never got around to doing it. As a salesperson, it's better that you say no and it end up being a yes than to say maybe and it ends up being a no. If you say no and it's a deal breaker, then immediately you and your manager can make a decision on what to do. Continuing on with your deal and leaving it at a maybe, this is what layers in added stress to your day. Because think about what happens. You say maybe, you finish that deal, you're on to the next deal, you're on to the next day, and you're bringing yesterday's business into today. And so you kind of put that on the shelf. You start working with other customers, start making other phone calls because you're in a commission-based business. And you're adding, and you're distancing yourself further and further and further from the maybe. And then what happens? Customer calls you a week later. "Hey, just wanted to know if you were able to check on that addition that I needed." You're in the middle of a deal. Let me call you right back. I'm with a customer. Of course, they were a customer a couple of weeks ago. You put it on the shelf. Another week goes by. You forgot. Next week, you get a text message. "Hey, checking in on that." Customer's still kind of nice. You look at the text message, but because you're in the middle of a deal, you say, I got to check on that. And you forget. A few more weeks go by. And the next thing you know, your manager is calling you into her office. And she's saying, "Hey, this customer that bought a month ago, what's going on with it? They're calling me all pissed off because they said that you were supposed to give them something. Any truth to that? Maybe. And this adds stress. Not only does this add unneeded stress to an already hectic day that you have because you're in the sales business, but it also thin slices your confidence because you did not follow through on what you said that you were going to do. And these thin slices erode at your confidence. It also jeopardizes your future business as well. Because if the customer happens to come back to your business, they work with someone else. And when you see them, they say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to ask for you." They didn't forget to ask for you. They remember that you did not follow through on the commitment last time, and they don't want to do business with you because they cannot trust you. Or they just simply never come back to your business at all. You have to learn to sell the no. And selling the no is a technique that I learned from one of my lenders. So when I call him, he sells the no. Instead of just saying flat out, no, can't do it, he tells me and gives me supporting reasons why he can't do it. And I walk away from it empowered and I feel okay with it. So because I'm in the car business, let's take a spare key, for example. Let's use that. But whatever product that you sell, swap it out for whatever you represent. I'm working a deal as a salesperson. Customer asks, "Hey, do you have a spare key?" I can get you a spare key. But in order for us to keep our costs down and deliver the most aggressive price to you, we only have one key. But we have a couple of different options. We can either add an extra key to the price, or you can pay for it separately. Which one do you prefer? This is what I can do. And I give them the option. If you practice this and you deliver it in such a confident way, then when you say it, in most cases, customers are understanding and they'll take one of those two choices. And again, if it's a deal breaker, they'll let that be known right then and there. And without getting all confrontational, you and your managers can address it to see if it's something that you can fulfill the obligation. But I said no right up front. You must practice this technique and get away from the, "Let me check on that for you." You want to stand out and separate yourself from all the other salespeople. Learn to sell the no. Try this technique out. Hey, share this show with someone who needs to hear this one. And also, this will help support and grow the show as well. Remember, the greatest sale that you will ever make is to sell you on you, because you're more than enough. Stay amazing. Stay in the sales life.